When you create a new Minecraft survival world, oftentimes you set small incremental goals for yourself, whether it to be find a village, build a house, or simply kill a sheep to craft a bed for your first night. As time goes on, we end up setting bigger and bigger goals for ourselves, with the biggest, scariest, and most challenging of all, defeating the Ender Dragon. However, it wasn't always this way. Today we will take a trip back in time, all the way to the end-dev days of Minecraft, as we revisit the history of Minecraft's third dimension, the End. On June 14th, 2009, almost a month after the game's release, Notch decided he wanted survival mode to be something more than gathering all the resources you can and surviving as long as possible. He stated, "While it could be fun to just see how long you can survive in survival mode, I believe there might be a need for some kind of goal. Make the most money in a month? Kill a big evil mob in the shortest time? I don't know yet." In the late 2000s and early 2010s, Notch and his team had many crazy ideas. Some ended up working out for them, some not so much. It goes without saying this is one that did. Nearly 7 months later, on January 7th, 2010, Mojang introduced a map type called floating. Falling from these islands meant death as the surface was covered in bedrock. It's hard to believe this right here was the building blocks to making a completely new dimension such as the End. In May 2011, Notch tweeted several pictures of the End, then known as the Sky Dimension. It had overworld blocks and mobs, as well as a sky similar to that of the overworld. It was originally intended to be the opposite of the Nether, similar to the player-created Aether mod, on which I will create a video like this one in the future. The Sky Dimension was not, however, confirmed for public release until Notch posted an update via Twitter stating, "And because PC gamers made such a big deal about the Sky Dimension, I guess I'll have to finish it. Consider it confirmed." In a live webcast on a Swedish gaming website, Notch revealed that the Sky Dimension would probably be a dream world, and that when you go to bed, there is a certain chance that you will get dragged into the dream world instead, then you will be able to do it on purpose later on. The Sky Dimension was originally planned for the Adventure update, but Notch put it on hold until the Nether was, in his own words, more fun. If you ever wondered where the End's name came from, this is the part for you. Notch first mentioned the End with his comment regarding the theoretical name change of the Enderman. For background information, in July 2011, some players petitioned Mojang to have the mob renamed Farlanders, as a reference to the Farlands. Notch joked that instead of renaming the mobs Farlanders, he would be more likely to change the name of the Farlands to the End. In October of the same year, things start to get interesting. Reddit user CPTQWASHI posted the idea that the new dimension would be called the Ender, and would be home to the Endermen and Ender Dragons. Notch soon gave more information and said that he was 100% correct. However, it was later revealed that it was just called the End, and that there would only be one Ender Dragon present. The very next day on October 7th, Notch tweeted the very first image of the End and the previously mentioned Ender Dragon flying overhead. 3 days later, Notch released a video showing a small clip of the End that also shows the Ender Dragon fly into the top of the frame. 2 days after that, the Sky Dimension was officially rebranded as the End. Several years later, Jeb explained the reason behind the shift from the Sky to the End Dimension. The Sky Dimension didn't work so well because of how light is calculated. The Sky Dimension originally had this top-down light that the overworld has, so you get like shadows in caves and such. But performance-wise, it didn't work. It was extremely slow. So we removed the sun, now everything is evenly lit unless you've got a torch. The next day, in Beta 1.9 pre-release 4, the End was officially added as a dimension in the game. You may have noticed that the skies looked a bit odd in the previous videos. That's because it was. In snapshot 12W25A, the End sky changed to the dark shade of purple static we know today. In the 2013 music update, an ambient music track for the End was added. 15W31A was a big snapshot for the End dimension, for the following was added: a set amount of differently sized pillars arranged in a circular fashion, with the tallest pillars having iron bars around the crystals. The exit portal is now pre-generated, but without the dragon egg and portal blocks. This snapshot also brought infinitely generating outer islands separated from the central island by a gulf of about 1,000 blocks. End cities and end ships were added. They were designed to generate in the outer islands. With the exception of numerous small updates such as biome ID name changes, at this point, The end is how you all know and love, sorry, probably hate it today. From the peaceful, mobless heaven the Sky Dimension was, to the terrifying, dark, and extremely dangerous Ender Dragon home that it is today. Like everything else in Minecraft, it went through and is still going through many, many changes. That'll be all for me. Tell me in the comments, when did you first see the end in person? Was it in the early beta stages? Was it just recently? Somewhere in the middle? Or have you even seen it at all? I want to hear from you guys. Also, this type of video is vastly different from what I usually do. Do you enjoy it? If you did, please consider leaving a like on this video, subscribing for more content, and sharing. It really means a lot, especially to such a small channel like mine. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.